Hello everyone and welcome to Werven's World. Today I would like to talk about station building, but this time it will be a station for our own profits. So we will actually be running the station. So I will be dividing this into two episodes. One of them actually just building the station and getting it set up, and then the second episode will be about a commercial trade agent that you can assign to your station in order to automate some processes. So let's first see what should we buy for a station. Well, I'm at the shipyard now in Argon Prime, and you can see there's a very big choice in stations that we can buy here. So how do you decide on what to buy? Well, first thing is price. I cannot at all afford an Argon equipment dock, for example. That said, there's also some really cheap ones. For example, the Wheat Farm, Cattle Ranch, Rhymes Factory, Kahuna Bakery. And the M and the L means how much they produce. I think the M versions produce 2 times as much as small versions if they're available, and the large versions produce 5 times as much as the small ones. So if you remember my first station building tutorial, we had built a space fuel distillery here in Argon Prime for a mission, and that's actually a station that takes Delexian wheat as a resource. Furthermore, if you go to Home of Light, there's 2 Kahuna bakeries here that also use Delexian wheat as a resource. So maybe a wheat farm is not such a bad idea, and especially because a wheat farm is really cheap here. It's only 300,000, almost 400,000 credits. So that's not too bad in comparison to the other ones. So let's start out with that one. So to start out with that one, we will need to call our buddy the Mammoth again. So let's do that. I think there is one somewhere here. Yes, there it is. Need to get in range. So the communication range is 25 kilometers. There we go. I need to transport something, and then I'll send it to the shipyard. And then we wait. There we go, it just docked at the shipyard. It's this one. So I can now trade for a wheat farm. And then I'll load it into the Mammoth. And then I'll talk to the Mammoth. Communications. Please move to sector Home of Light. So I'll just build it in Home of Light because that's very close to the Kahuna bakeries, right? So, and let's go there ourselves as well. There we go. So now the Argon Supply Mammoth has arrived here in Home of Light. So we can talk to it, and we should tell it to go to a position to drop off the thing. So what's a good position? Well, normally kind of, well, not too far from any gate is always a good idea, but in this case it might be better actually to put it very close to the Kahuna bakeries, which are these 2 here. So I might put it a bit closer there. However, I'm also going to put it a bit up so that nobody will crash into it, or you can also put it down. I kind of want it a bit out of the way of kind of the trade routes, so that nothing will happen with autopilots and all that kind of stuff, just to be sure. So I'll put it there. Close to the eastern gate as well, so that's nice. Let's see. Alright, so now it is in position, so we can talk to it, and we can say please drop my freight here, the wheat farm. Yes, that's the right position. So we say yes, press enter. There we go, our very own wheat farm. So this is perfect. So now we actually have our own building here. It will be seen here in green, but now it's blinking yellow because there's stuff not completely right with it yet. It doesn't really work yet. So we can go to adjust station parameters. So first of all, we need to transfer some credits, because the station itself needs to be able to buy resources, and if it can't do that, well, we can't really get it started, right? So I'm gonna give it, well, we can always adjust it, but I'm gonna give it 1 million. That's maybe 500,000 is already fine. So it will buy energy cells for the average price, and it will sell the Lexian wheat at the moment also for the average price. I am going to put this 1 down just to maybe it helps with people, NPC players, wanting to go to this station to buy the Lexian wheat that we are producing. The thing here, this 24, I'll explain what that is. So if we go to here, the info tab, you can see that it produces 20 brain work, come on, the Lexian wheats, yes, for a certain amount of energy cells. And those energy cells are actually 30 energy cells per cycle. So for each 30 energy cells it uses, it produces 20 Lexian wheat. So you can calculate that 30 times 16 is 480, and for that it will produce 20 times 310. So 20 times 310 is 620, and in the info tab you can see, in the station parameters tab, you see this 24. If we would sell all of our Lexian wheat for 24, it would be 20 times 24 is 480, and that would be that we just would be breaking even. If we would go less than 24 credits, we would actually be making a loss if we would be buying energy cells at 16 credits. So it's always good to stay above the 24, of course. So at the moment, in a sense, this station works. NPC traders can go and bring energy cells to it, and they can also buy the Lexian wheat from it, and we would be making a profit of 7 credits per Lexian wheat that we sell. However, this is very dependent on NPCs actually going towards your station, so you can actually assign a commercial agent to it, and that will be the topic of my next tutorial video. So I hope you found this useful, and see you next time.